Hey, welcome back everybody to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. How do you like my head? It looks so derpy. I don't know. I just found this head in one of the filing cabinets, and I'm like, I wonder if you can wear a chicken head, and you can, which is absolutely insane, I think. Now let me put this back here. I still haven't figured out why there's so much mixed gobbledygook going in the filing cabinets, but I just live with it now. Let me show you guys a few things I did between the last episode and today. Nothing major, and nothing we haven't done before. You guys see I added 2 more culinary generators right there. When everything was running, I noticed that the cube is slowly draining, and well, we cannot have that, right? So when I had the grinders going, the auto spawner, because I stocked up on ender pearls, and these grinders, harvesters, and not grinders, just harvesters, and so on. And yeah, so I added 2 more of those, which was no problem. We got tons of mats, and I extended the basement all the way, so it covers the whole island now. It was kind of bugging me, and it's easy, you know, with the builder's wand, and lit it up with more nooks. So that is all for down here. I don't know if I'm ever going to use all this, but I like having that basement, so when I dig down and for some reason the magnet doesn't kick in or something, it catches the stuff for me. And because I made the culinary generators, I needed more of the transfer nodes, so I needed to put the QED up again, and we only had 1 of these crystals. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to make this big now so it's faster, because we're going to make more stuff with the QED eventually, like the whatever the bigger energy node is, the hyper transfer node or something like that. Well, that's what we need the octuple for. Anyway, so it's right here. It's very inexpensive, just diamonds and ender infused obsidian and so on. And check it out. Snapcube commented on one of the videos, I think 2 videos ago, that found out that you can use these compacting drawers for, you know, compacting your cobble. And well, I kind of wanted to try it out. We had 2 of them. I think 1 we made, 1 from a quester board, something like that. And it's amazing. It is, I think, the best way of compressing cobblestone that I've ever seen. This one makes 64 every time, right? It never backs up. And I also have this one pointing output over here, top and to the right, because this whole line is turned off. I'll show you guys why in a second. So I'm pumping in a stack and a quarter of cobble here, you know, every time they're done into here. And you see here, cobblestone, it always just has a few in them. That's it. It compresses so fast. And in the back, you know, I simply pump out of the first one into the second one, pump out of the second one into the third, out of the third into the fourth. Now I ran into one little trouble here, and that was on this one here, that when it did not have any quadruple, quintuple, or sextuple in it, because it just put it over here, then these disappeared. It didn't know what goes in it, right? And the item ducts will pump out whatever is available. But okay, so I wanted to pump out the quadruple and put it here, right? Pump it into this one. Well, there was no quadruple here, and there was no quadruple there. There was no triple. There was only doubles. So it then pumped doubles over here. So I had these 2 mirrored. You know, I had double, triple, quadruple on this one, and double, triple, quadruple on this one. Well, and of course, you know, it overnight it filled up. I had, you know, a few hundred of quadruple on this one, a few hundred quadruple in this, double in this one, and so on. It was a mess. So now what I did is, you guys see this drawer key here. When you right-click them, you can lock them. Okay, so now you see right here we have 1 sextuple, 1 septuple, and 7 sextuple. So now if I take them all out, do I have them all? Here. Bam, now I have them all. So this is completely empty, but it keeps the configuration. So it cannot put anything else in here but these 3 kinds. So that's what I did on this one also, on all 4. So they're set to this. It can never get mixed up again. And like you see, you know, we're at 1 septuple already. So that's really cool. And I put the chunk loader here permanently now, because I believe I figured out how this works. You guys know that right here is the chunk with our spawn in it. So this is, I'm guessing, I haven't checked the NBT data of the world and so on, but I'm guessing this is like the spawn chunk right there, okay? And Minecraft keeps 10 chunks in each direction. I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 10. They're part of the spawn chunks. So if anything is running on the server, like a per player or this chunk loader, it keeps this chunk loaded, so it keeps the spawn chunk loaded. And I believe that way everything here is, when I log out, stays loaded. Because, well, nothing has, you know, this kept running, the cobble chain kept running. I never ran out of power because it keeps, you know, doing the carrots and salad and all that stuff. So all you gotta do is somewhere next to your spawn chunks or whatever, have one of these chunk loaders. On the minimum setting, you only need to do this chunk right here, radius 0, and I believe it keeps all the spawn chunks loaded. So that's cool. Well, yeah, you remember, guys, last time I let this run here? Got a little backup. I got some stuff to process. I came on, and you guys see these 6 drives down here are new. These storage drives, because everything was red, everything. And then I started crafting and so on, so some turning orange again. Orange means that it's full in bytes, but not full on types. And yeah, so everything here is full but these. And if you guys check, you know, we got almost 1,000 diamonds, and so on. We got so much stuff. This is crazy. This is, by the way, how you make this drawer key, in case you're wondering, and I don't need to take it with me anymore. So I want to get this ore processed a little faster. So I took the pulverizer out and updated it to reinforced, and also the furnace, and I made some augments that I want to set up here because, well, it's okay to speed this up, I think. And power is still there, of course. So furnace goes to the left, and I did it the exact other way. Awesome. The other way, knucklehead. This is the pulverizer that goes here, and this is the furnace. Alright, cool. Let me just check here. So we have input top and output to the left. And input... Why is there an input? Oh, because I had that barrel up there at one time, which I took out, because that is over here now in this section. So now this should make it. Yes, cool. So let's go ahead and upgrade 1 augment, 2 augments, so you guys see how much faster this is now. And then let's put 1 and 2 right there. So now, wow. That is nice. So how much power does this use now? 160 RF and 320 RF, which is fine. We have enough power now. Actually, this is a lot. That is 160, 180, 480 RF a tick. Ooh, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on this. We might need to upgrade our power even more. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna turn this on for a while, but I want this to get all, you know, processed as fast as possible. Very cool. What was the other thing? Yeah, we're full on LP. Let me just show you this. In the network, we have 1 million. And, well, I still have this guy in here because the Well of Suffering down here always uses LP to run. So you could actually run out of LP if you don't have this in here. Of course, with 1 million, it will take forever. And I made 4 more stacks of reinforced slates. It's awesome. I mean, this thing never drains it. Right now, you know, capacity of 13,000, and it never goes below 12,500. It's that fast. It gives me that much LP. So I just put a few stacks of stone in here, you know, come back 15 minutes later, and it's all turned into reinforced slates. It's really, really fun. I got a little sidetracked here after the last cut because I wanted to continue today with Applied Energistics, set up some auto crafting just to get it going. And I was getting tired of being rained on, and I wanted to have a place of where we're going to set all this up. And I mentioned a while ago that I want to set up Applied Energistics above our main workshop and have all the power and other conduits underneath in the basement because it's already crowded down there. So I built this little enclosure here for our workshop. It's nothing fancy, but you know, we don't have much stuff to work with here. So, you know, we don't have Z-tones or carpenter's blocks or chisel, none of that stuff, which is fine by me. This sky block is really more focused on, you know, getting quests done and so on, and a lot of automation. But yeah, I came up with this little thing here, just the regular spruce wood. It looks quite naked, you know, but there's going to be lots of cables and so on, so you won't be able to see much from the inside. And I'm just going to go with it now. A little decoration here and there. I could tweak a lot on it, but I think it's good for now if you don't like it, let me know, and I'll work on, you know, making it a little more prettier. I put these chandeliers in here just to give it a little life in there. And this is the upstairs here. So up here is where we're gonna have all the cables running and auto crafting, and possibly even some of the, you know, other automations like pulverizers and stuff like that set up. I'm probably gonna keep these here. I don't know yet. We'll see this in a minute. But before the break that I took from YouTube, I made all these parts. I just made a couple more controllers because I needed 20 for what I want to do. So why don't we do that today? I want to get started with this. And the controller, I figured we're gonna just put right up here. I think it's okay. I don't know yet if I want to close this floor. I kind of like being able to just, you know, fly up here and do what I need to do. And I don't think everything needs to be always locked away. And I just came with this design here. I like this one a lot because this gives us so many options of cables running away and so on. So we don't need to worry about this. I still love how this looks. Is this going to bother me from down here? Not really. No, I like it. It's also important that now we finally have a controller because we're already using 7 channels down there. There is a interface down here that all our stuff comes in. And I already set this to hide it from the interface terminal. And that's what we're going to set up now first. I have these, like I said, for quite some time now. This is the pattern terminal. I want to have this guy here and the interface terminal here. And nothing shows up here because we don't have any other interfaces, and that one down here is hidden. And I got to make more patterns too. Why don't I take all this out? I don't need this chest anymore. Get it out of here and put these 5 patterns in there. So we got some to go with. I gotta make tons of them more, of course. And so, where do we want to put the... This is gonna be interesting. I guess it's not hard to move that around if I don't like it. So right now, all we're gonna do is put one right here, like that. And then we're gonna take our 116K crafting storage device online. Is that all you need? I'm gonna have to try this real quick. Let's do something no, it doesn't matter. I can't put anything anywhere yet. Let's just finish it. It doesn't matter. And I made 3 crafting coprocessors, just so. Come on, bam, and bam. So this is already quite powerful right here, and you know, we can extend, we can add a bunch more next to it and so on. And I might move it somewhere else, but for right now, let's just leave it right here. But now is one thing I kind of want to see where I want to put this. Each one of these cables can hold 8, but I do want to color them. Let's see if I can make, because you know, green is the easiest for me to get. Does it work like this? Yes. Yeah, let's go with the green stuff here first. Let's make, let's just make this many for now. What? How did I miss one? Anyway, we got it. Okay. And I want to set up these 2 first. Now, here's my thinking. Okay, check it out. You got an interface, and then you can have a molecular assembly chamber next to each other. Okay, like this. I could put one up here and also one underneath, but then you can't get to it anymore. So you cannot have more than 5. Now, if I have a big job, like, let's say, you know, making planks and then slabs, you know, I need so many spruce slabs every day. That's one of the things that kind of want to automate, so I can just stand somewhere, open my terminal, and if I don't have any more, just set it, craft me another few stacks, right? But what we can do is we can put another one on top like this and make a tower like that. But my thing is, how much auto crafting am I going to do that I actually need for every pattern in these right here? You know, what is this? 3, 6, 9 patterns. Am I always gonna need all 4? Or should I make it like I used to with in other series? Let me show you guys that way. I hope I didn't confuse you guys. What we could do is something like this. So this interface, well, let's put another one here. And just imagine there would be another interface right here. So this interface has 2. This interface has 3. This interface would have 2, or if I continue 3, and so on. So I am not sure if I want to do it like this or just go with that tower. Um, Let's see. I'll make the other ones off camera here in a minute. And where do we want to put this? That's my question. And how do I want to set this up? I should have thought this through before I started recording. Sorry about that, guys. Why don't we keep it so maybe I can see it from down here? That might actually look pretty cool. Can I click on you? All right, there's one. And let's go one more further out just to make some distance and put one interface here. Whoops. And another one right there. And then put the chambers like this. Yeah, so I can see it from below. I think that might actually be cool. And just go with this. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would go all the way to this border. Sorry for all the jumping to here. If I use all 8 channels, because every one of these setups here just needs one channel for the interface. That's it. But yeah, let's do it like this for now. I might put in one more here just to get it closer. Anyway, so let's make a pattern here. Do I have any spruce wood left? Yes. All right. That's like one of the things I really want to set up first. And let's just get this like that. All right. Bam. We got it. And sorry about that. I am gonna move this over first because once I put the patterns in, I don't really want to mess with this anymore. I keep pressing space like a noob. There we go. Yeah, like that. I like this better. And like here. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this one in here first by hand. Just one. This one is that. Just I want to see them in here, so it shows it. I don't understand how this works. You know, why is the further away on top than the one underneath? That makes no sense to me. But this is actually not how I want to do it anyway. I want to have these on different ones so I can, you know, make them at the same time. And let me just demonstrate this real quick. Let's get a bunch. All this is going to be hooked up into ME here eventually, guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to always have to run over here and pick everything up by hand. But I want to get to deep storage units first before we do that. Bam, put that in here. So let's go with slab. I'm going to need many more of these. So let's just make 300 next and start. And let's watch up here. You guys see it's making the planks and the slabs out of the planks at the same time, which is really cool. Bam, and done. We just made 300 slabs. So that is pretty neat. And while we're at it, there's a couple of quests I want to turn in. We have these from last time. The imbued slate. We get one of them. Yay. And what were the other ones here? Ritual magic. I should have paid attention to this one because we would have gotten the elemental inscription and the earth inscription. And 10 more of the ritual stones. And also we completed this one, reward bag. Yay. Awesome. Let's open the reward bag real quick before I put all this away. Silver helmet. We already have the silver pants that have like protection 5. Lure, translucency, stealth. Wow. What is stealth? I'm guessing that has something to do with like reducing your aggro range or something. I'll put it in here for now. Don't need it. Don't need these either. But I wanted to check if we have applied energistics. Nothing completed here. Interesting. What did they want us to do? We need another storage monitor. Well, let's make one of those guys real quick. Storage monitor. Do I have a level emitter? Nope. Okay. Let's make one of those. And bam. I'm not sure yet exactly, you know, what things am I going to automate. I do want to automate some of this stuff over here. For example, you know, Elementium. I'd like to get to automating a Tesseract and deep storage units and a lot of the ME stuff. But I think that's about as much of automation as I want to do. Let's put this guy right here. What could we display here? I'm not sure. processors, charged Certus quartz. I don't really know yet what I want to show there. Oh, let's do these guys for now. Bam, show me these. And when you use your wrench and just right click it once, it's now locked, so I cannot accidentally change this or whatever. I don't know, it's just there because we made it, so I have it. And we're gonna get another 1K, cool. Alright, I don't have any room for that right now, sweet. Got this completed, we get an ME interface. And what I am going to do is just turn it back into a regular ME interface, because I barely used the other ones. Essentia storage. Now that we're gonna get to once we get started with Thaumcraft, which I'm actually looking forward to, guys, because I have not used the AE or the ME part of Essentia storage before, and I think it's gonna make Thaumcraft a lot more manageable because you don't need to worry about moving jars around and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be actually a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So, you know what? I am going to go ahead and make 6 more interfaces now and 24 more molecular assemblers. So I can set them up. So we got this one. I'm going to call this MacLeod done. And then we could also build one this way if we ever need more. Oh, I split it up. I put 4 on one side and 4 on the other. I think it looks nice. It actually looks pretty cool. I like the look of it. But I had to take these 2 monitors off real quick because I added more storage monitors up here, and now I'm using too many channels, so the drives down here got turned off. But we can fix this here real quick. I made 3 dense cables, and I think that is all we're gonna need. So we're gonna take this one, and 2 down here. Now, ooh, it doesn't come off. Interesting. I thought that this is gonna fall out now, and now we're... Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, so I'm gonna have to rethink how I'm gonna do this one here. But I need to come down like this. And now I got, you know, up to here you see 9 of 32 channels. So something else was not connected here. But now we can put the pattern terminal back and this. And by the way, what happened to my patterns? I thought... Oh no, I didn't make any more. I forgot. Yeah, let's make a few of those. You guys see I already added the recipe for that and also for the quartz glass. So we're getting these real quick so I can, you know, make more patterns because I'm going to be pretty busy with making some of the patterns. But where am I going to put this last storage monitor now? I kind of wanted this to be right there. But I don't think, yeah. What? Backwards? What? That's interesting. I didn't know you can do that, but alright, that bums me out right now. Like, seriously. What is this gonna look like? That's gonna look like poop. We don't want that. Well, what I could do is... Bam, bam. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna put this one back here, and then come down like this. Now take this off, and then come down here like this. I wonder if this is gonna work. Let's see here. 8 of 32 and 0, because this one right here doesn't have enough. So let me disconnect this guy, and we can actually put this, let's put this up here. But there's no need for us to have it down there. Actually, we can hide this right there and put the cards back in. But now of course I need to send my device through here one more time. Every time you do that, does it work now? Yes. All right, cool. So what happens if I put you here now? Let's see. This one is still 0, and this one has 8. So something 3, 6, 9. I'm confused right now. Why does this work? There's something we can do here. Let me check real quick. Do I have any anchors? Yes, I do. We can route this the way we want by simply taking this back off and putting an anchor here. And let's take these three off real quick. And we can put an anchor there, there, and there. And now we can route this down like that. So now this is gonna show 8 of 32 and this shows 11. Oh yes, of course, because the 3 here I added up. So we have 8 coming from here and 3 additional, so that's 11. So now everything here works again. Does this still work? Yes. That makes sense. I use these anchors here just so these cables don't connect, so the ME system doesn't get confused. It works. It's cool. But let me show you guys something real quick. Which one am I missing here? Because I wanted to see the processors, so I can just tell, hey, I need to make more of, you know, I used to like 50 or something of these just now to make all this stuff, running low on these, so I know when to put stuff back in here and get it done. Let me leave this here, I don't need it. But these dense cables, we're gonna need a lot of wool, okay? And I forgot my dolly, I'm gonna need this guy real quick. So I put the sheep into the auto spawner here. And I did not set it to exact copy. So you guys see every once in a while we get a non-white sheep. It's still very rare. I did a quick test. And when I set it to exact copy, they spawn a lot slower. So even with non-exact copy, I end up getting more white wool for less energy than I do if I set it to exact copy. I hope that makes sense. See, there's one. Well, this brown one is not going to go somewhere. But well, I put this barrel here, right? I didn't think this through. You guys see here, all the wool goes in here, which is a real pain in the butt. And there's more here, right here, light gray. There's 101 wool and so on. So I actually want to fix this here real quick. And so now it's not going to pump anymore. The wool is just going to sit here for a bit. So what I was thinking is I'm going to take... Oh, I don't need the... I'm just going to wait for this for a second. It doesn't matter. I had to turn this on. Who cares if we lose some stuff for a minute? So we'll put this one down here and move this wool over here. And I also want to not have anything here. So white wool will all go in here. And then the rest will spread out. So let's get all the white wool out of here real quick. So, you know, pink wool and dark gray wool and black wool will still go into these filing cabinets. But the white wool all should be caught by this right here, by this barrel. And you guys see, I just turned this on. I mean, look at this. You get wool so quick. So let's turn this to ignored again. And now we should see all the white wool go in here first. And we're gonna leave this empty in case there's something else, you know, if we ever need leather and I put cows in here or something like that, then they will work. And, well, filing cabinets, I guess once we have more ME set up, then I'm gonna start pumping all this stuff into the ME system anywhere. You know, all these big ones here, they're gonna get deep storage units. Wow, we only have 5 stacks of arrows. I thought we're gonna have a lot more than those. Anyways, so I just wanted to show you guys the change over here. Hope that makes sense. See, all the non-white wool goes in here, and then the non one goes into these filing cabinets. And why, I still don't understand. But now I got some wool, so I can make a lot more dense cables. Let me actually just take this with me so I can put it in the ME system. And I'm gonna go ahead and set up a few patterns real quick. I actually gonna set up all of these patterns between episodes, and I want to get a lot of stuff prepared so we can, you know, set up a lot of the automation when it comes to the actual machines, you know, pulverizing certain things. And I also want to try to figure out how I can automate gear production. I have some ideas for that, but I kind of want to test it first before I just start building willy-nilly. But I want to set up one thing, and I thought that we're going to finish with that today. And that is these manual machines down there, or up there, I should say. I want them to start going back into our MA system when it's done, because a lot of times, you know, I make like 5 stacks of glass by hand, or this sieve over here. You know, I want to start sifting a lot of sand again, because we are running well, not really low, but you know, Certus quartz is going to be in high demand. We have enough of the dust and so on. That's not an issue. I just want to have it ready. Simple as that. So we got, you know, an input here for the sieve, for the pulverizer, for the furnace, and I think I'm gonna add another one actually for the magma crucible, because sometimes when you know, make a stack of item ducts or energy ducts and so on, you need more than just one stack. You need to smelt down for the liquid. So I might put a barrel up here. This one here really does not need an input right now, and I'm just gonna turn this off for now, so not to confuse you. But the items that I'm making, let's say, you know, ducts and so on, I want them to automatically come back into the ME system. So these machines are auto eject, so they're just gonna go in here. The same with this and that. But for the sieve, I believe I'm gonna need a servo, and we're just gonna use the big one here. Whoops, I gotta apply it right there, because the sieve does not auto eject, so I need to pull this out, and it's gonna go down into the in the interface that's down here, back into the ME system. And let's just go with a few stacks of sand here real quick. And I'm also need to make more soul sand and so on. I want to do that between episodes. And this one doesn't have, do I have any more upgrades? Oh, look at that, speed upgrades. Why do I have 14? That's an odd number. Can you take them all? Yes. How much do you need now? 22 RF. And this is quite fast now, yeah. Okay, and another thing is, and that's something I'm gonna prepare also. You know, all this crushed stuff here. We have so much of this now. Look at this. It would be nice to automatically export this via ME into this chest right here. Because then the auto packager will also make the blocks out of it, which in return go back here and then get, no, actually they will go over here to the automatic hammerer, and the hammerer is gonna, you know, make dust out of it, and the dust goes back in here, gets packaged, and then it gets smelted up. Let me just show you guys real quick. Let's just take a stack of this, don't matter, and put that in here, and it should now start almost immediately. There you go. It's going all in here, and it comes out over here, gets sent back over to the, you guys remember this, the hammer and so on. But I kind of want to set up that any kind of crushed stuff that we're getting from over here gets automatically exported into this chest. And we can make 9. Ooh, let's check here real quick. Why don't we finish on that? I think that's a good idea. Let's make an export bus real quick. Do I have everything? Sweet. But we need to have this expansion capacity card. We need to make the base one first. Let's just make, I think I can put, I don't know how many expansion it's gonna take to actually make this accept 9 items. So let's just make 4. That's the max we can put in here. And we're gonna need some cable. Is 22 gonna be enough to get over there? Let's find out. So this is the one I want to get to. So we need to come out here and put this bus right there. Okay. And let's see here. Bam. All right, 2 expansion cards makes it a 9. Okay, I barely use those. Very seldom. So now let's take 1 crushed of each. Bada bing. Almost. We won't probably need this very often, but hey, like I said, I'd like to automate these kind of things, so I don't need to worry about this anymore. And let's go right there. So bam, 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 bam. It's nice how it puts it for you automatically. I don't need to worry about this anymore. And get this cable up there. I'm probably gonna run a different cable, but right now I just want to get this going before the end of the episode, so I can get all this stuff out of the way. And 16 is just, like I said, I'm just gonna run this for now, get it out of the way, and then I'll figure out what different colors and so on I want to make. If I even have enough. I don't think this is gonna be enough. And I can't wait to get a real flight. None of this. This hover mode is driving me bonkers, guys. Alright, I'm gonna need... Oh. I don't have any. I don't have enough. Let's make some cables real quick. This is the one we need. Do I have enough to make? Thank you. I don't want to use these. What's wrong with you? I don't like how it always puts the good stuff in here first. Let's just make 8, and there's my ring. And let's get the green one in here. Bam. Cool. And boom. Alright, so I could probably add a acceleration cards in here too, so it's a little faster. But it's fine. There's not that many things to do. It's only gonna bring one at a time. Bam. That's cool. So at least I can dump these all in here. It's gonna get it going. It's gonna process all this stuff. I can close this off just so it looks a little nicer. That is it. So we did a little something different today, and I do want to continue with some of the auto crafting next episode, definitely. This is the wrong one. What am I doing? I'm using the thermodynamics ones. Anchor. I have 4 more. Cool. And put this guy in here. So now I got the applied energistics anchors, because those are the ones we need for this. Can I put one here? Yes. Sweet. Look at that. Nicely tucked away. Alright guys, let me know how you guys like this little setup in the house. I know it's nothing fancy, but I think it turned out pretty good. And, well, this is it for today. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.